Welcome back to Seasons, a devotional that's based on my book by the same title. And it's no small thing. Actually, that's the title of the chapter in the book we're going to talk about today. Although my disability is a slowly progressive one, the ravages of that neurological condition have taken their toll on my strength and dexterity. As my disability progresses, my ability to physically contribute to a task diminishes. I'm no longer able to stack chairs at church, for example, or to tidy up in between services. I can't cook a meal for a family who needs meals brought to them. I can't do other little practical acts of kindness. There have been times, actually, though, when I have chosen not to attend an event as I felt how I had nothing to add beyond my presence, and I didn't want to be in the way. God nailed me on that one. God asked me to stop comparing my contribution to my local body with the contribution of others. As Paul points out in 1 Corinthians chapter 12, the Catherine paraphrased version, God does not let me off the hook from being a functioning part of the body just because I am not a hand or an eye. When I am tempted to despair that I have nothing of worth to contribute, God promises me that if I go where He sends me, He will not send me there with empty hands. I suspect that I am not alone in these feelings of inadequacy. Perhaps you aren't dealing with the physical issues that I live with, but you still wonder if you have anything at all of value to contribute. But perhaps like me, God is nailing you, encouraging you to seek Him for opportunities to bless others. For example, anyone can do this one. A simple word of encouragement spoken in the right season can break through strongholds. A gentle hug can soothe a hurting heart. A handshake can make a newcomer feel like a part of the family. And remembering somebody's name and greeting them by their name can really go a long way with them feeling as if they are a part of the family. It can be pretty tempting to get into that comparison game where you contribute something to a cause and somebody else contributes and their contribution is a lot smaller than yours or a lot larger than yours. And you are either feeling a little bit judgmental at their small offering, or you're feeling a wee bit envious that they were able to afford to give such a large offering. Jesus cautions us and encourages us to keep our hearts pure from that weed that will grow out of control called comparison. Mark 12, verse 41 to 44. And he, being Jesus, sat down outside the treasury and watched the people putting money into the offering box. Many rich people put in large sums, and a poor widow came and put in 2 small copper coins, which together made up a penny. And he called his disciples to them and said to them, Truly, I say to you, this poor widow has put in more than all the others who contributed to the offering box. For they all contributed out of their abundance, but she out of her poverty has put in everything she had, and all she had to live on. Look for ways that you can contribute in your local fellowship or in your immediate area where you live. If you see something on the ground and you are physically able to pick it up and you know it should be in the trash, just do that. If you see empty paper cups after church sitting around, go take them to the garbage. that will free up somebody who maybe has more physical strength than you do to go do a task that you're unable to do. Or it might even free up a pastor who needs to have a conversation with somebody that the Lord laid on their heart from having to go do that work that you're able to do, and then he's not able to do the work that God is asking him to do at that moment. Don't buy into the lie that the enemy has been whispering in your ear that whatever you have to contribute is so small that it won't make a difference. Remember when Jesus compared faith to a mustard seed? You know how tiny those mustard seeds are. Well, your contribution of yourself, of your finances, of your physical strength, or of a kind word spoken in the right time is like one of those little mustard seeds that, when thrown onto lush, fertile soil that God provides, God will multiply our gift to bless all those around us.